Hello, this is an introduction to matrices. We're going to learn how to identify a matrix order. We're going to learn how to add and subtract a matrix, and we're going to learn how to solve a matrix using our calculator. And I have a Ti-nspire calculator. If you have any other calculator, then you're going to have to look for a tutorial by yourself. But a matrix is basically a set of numbers organized using rows and columns. So we have A, B, C, D. These are our elements within the matrix. Now a matrix has rows which go horizontally and columns which go vertically. Now to identify an order of a matrix, we just do the number of rows first, we identify them, and the number of columns. So we have 2 rows here, so it's going to be a 2. And then we have 2 columns also here, so it's going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. Here we have the same things, 2 rows, two columns, so it's going to be a 2 by 2. You can give this one a shot if you want. Okay. This has 3 columns and 3 rows, so it's a 3 by 3 matrix. If you want to give this a shot, you can do it too. Okay, this has 2 rows and 3 columns, so it's a 2 by 3 matrix. And then you can give this one a shot too. Okay, this has 3 rows and 1 column, so it's a 3 by 1 matrix. Now, as an example, I want you to identify, so we have a matrix A here. I'm going to give you example questions. I want you to find within this matrix, I want you to find the element of the first row and within the second column. I want you to find the element within matrix A, the second row and the third column. So for this one, we'll just mark it as 1. It wants us to look for an element within matrix A in the first row and the second column. So this is the first row, so we go here. And then here is the second column. So here where it intersects, that's our element. So that's our element number 1. Now here, it wants us A, within matrix A, it wants us to find the element that's within row 2 and the third column. So row 2 is here, the third column is here, and the element which has the intersection between is our element. So this is number 2. So our answer for this would be -3, and here would be 6. Why don't you give it a try for this question here? Okay, so it says here in matrix B, with the matrix B, we want to find the third row and first column. So this is row 1, 2, 3. So you just go through this row. This is the first column, and this here is the intersection. So you just circle this. So our answer here is 5. Now this is a little bit trickier. I want you to give all of these a try. Okay, number 1, 2, and 3. So second row, second column, second row, second column. Your answer should be 0. Third row, first column. Your answer should be 1. Second row, third column. Second row here, we've already passed that. Third column, so your answer should be 3. Okay. Now we're going to move on to adding and subtracting matrices. But before we do that, we have to understand the rules of adding and subtracting with matrices. The rule is that the order has to be the same. So these 2 matrices, they can add and subtract because they're both a 2 by 2 matrix. But let's say, for an example, if we had one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is a 2 by 3 matrix, and this is a 2 by 2 matrix. These cannot add and subtract, cannot, because they're not the same order, so we're not allowed to add or subtract them. So for this first example, we'll just add, it's just a regular subtracting and addition. So with this first element, we subtract the first element, so it's 2 minus 3, which is minus 1. I'll just add the answer here. So for our first one, so we'll have a 2 by 2 matrix as our answer. These are our 4 elements, points here. So it's 2 minus 3, negative 1. 5 minus 6, negative 1. 9 minus 15, which is negative 6. 8 minus 9, negative 1. But yes, that's how you answer the question. I have more examples on the next page, so I want you to give this a try. Okay, so you'd have a 2 by 2 matrix, so that would be your row, because these two are a 2 by 2 matrix, so they're allowed to add. So this, our answer would be a 2 by 2 matrix, has 4 elements, so 9 plus 100, 109, 2 plus 20, 22, 55 plus 5, 60, 60 plus 10, 70. That should be your answer. Now we have here a 2 by 3 matrix. It is the exact same way that you'd add and subtract with the first one. So it's by each element, corresponding element. So this first element with this first element. So we'd have a 2 by 3 matrix here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And so 2 plus 8, 10, 3 plus 5, 8, 6 plus 6, 12, 9 plus 10, 19, 8 plus 3, 11, 7 plus 5, 12. Your answer should be like that. Okay, for this one, it's a 3 by 3 matrix. It looks tricky, but it's not. It's just the exact same way that you've done these, where the first you add or subtract the first corresponding elements. So your answer would also be a 3 by 3 matrix. So I'll just go through this quickly. So 25 minus 8 is 17. 3 minus 9, is that 9 or? Yeah, 3 minus 9 is minus 6. I'm sorry, it's just not clear. 4 minus 8 is minus 4. 9 minus 17 is minus 8. 8 minus 25 is minus 17. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 7 minus 1 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. And that should be your answer, a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, that's it for introductions to matrices.